Hey guys, it is Mershdd. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another free-to-play update just to keep you guys in tune with what has been going on. To be honest, it has been a lot of Minotaur grinding, and to be honest, that's been mainly the main focus. As you can see, Coldheart, she was like level 20 as a 6-star in the last video. Through just pretty much Minotaur and Spider alone, we have got her now at level 59. She is about halfway to get to level 60. And then once we've got that, we can keep progressing with the missions. I haven't wanted to just hard focus on getting this done quickly because, to be honest, there's a lot of roadblocks with these missions. A lot of them is going to be clearing certain like affinity keeps and stages of dungeons, which I just currently cannot quite do yet. The main ones being stage 20 later down the line, and obviously quite high damage up on clan boss when we still don't have a solid, well, at least a preferred ally protect champion. But I thought with just masteries alone, like if you have a look over here, we have managed to grab Giant Slayer on Ronda, and that's honestly madly increased our clan boss damage already. We have most of Cold Heart's masteries done. We are now just saving up probably to get War Master, just because I feel like War Master is a fairly consistent. Well, put it this way, I don't want to go for Flawless Execution yet because I currently can't get crazy good stats on her, and yes, the crit damage will help, but it's not gonna make or break whether or not I can clear a dungeon, right? Whereas War Master, if I can get War Master procs, not only is that going to be good for clearing things like Spider and Dragon, but it actually means that Cold Heart is more viable in Clan Boss, right? Um, just to show off the Clan Boss damage that we've got so far, yes, I'm sitting on 2 keys, and just so you know, the reason for that is because I've got a clan mission coming up where I need to do 10 mil damage to the clan boss, so I figured I'd just save it and blow them when I get up to that, since she is so close to 60 already. Um, but oh yeah, the clan boss team that I'm currently running, I've actually replaced Fenshi with Coldheart, considering that she is 6-star and she's more versatile than Fenshi is going to be. I decided just to whack her in and see how she performed, and honestly, it actually surprised me. I'm currently only hitting Brutal, and obviously when I transition over to Nightmare, hopefully by then I've got another Poisoner who can do a better job, like a Cult Brawler or something like that. But honestly, she's very surprising and does decent damage in Clown Boss, considering that I don't have War Master or even Giant Slayer on her, right? And Giant Slayer is another argument for Coldheart, purely because her A1 is obviously a multi-hit. It will attack 4 times, and each hit has like a different chance of activating Giant Slayer. And then her A2 is just a single hit though, so it's a little bit sad. And to be honest, her main ability is going to be Heartseeker, so I feel like I'm going to go with War Master just because I feel like with her multi-hit A1, it's almost guaranteed to land War Master with every time she uses it. Also, it's going to give us a higher chance of actually placing it compared to Giant Slayer, which is only 30% when we use Heartseeker against bosses. So I feel like War Master is overall going to be more consistent. But honestly, Cold Heart's damage has been surprising because Heartseeker is going to do, I think, I can't remember, I think it's like 130k maybe. Um, Either way, it's like really solid damage for what I need, considering I'm just trying to get out a little, like as much damage as I can with a little bit of time. Heartseeker is a great ability for that. And then her A2 is actually quite interesting. So because we can play as heal reduction on the clan boss, and we aren't currently filling up the debuff meter by stacking poisons, it means that we're almost always having heal reduction on the clan boss, which means that we actually have a pretty good chance at placing this poison with her A2. So not only does she have an ability which actually smacks, but she's also putting out poison at I guess a slightly slower rate than what Fenchie is currently doing at. And the combination of the two, I guess, plus just her having more general damage, it feels like in her kit. The combination of the two, she's actually putting up some really solid numbers. She's out damaging Deacon, who has got War Master. And albeit I know Deacon is not a damage dealer, he's not built for damage, but the fact that he has War Master, and War Master is obviously such a good damaging mastery to get for Clan Boss, Coldheart is easily competing with him, and yeah, I feel like she's going to come in and do a good solid job for me, even in Clan Boss, but also in all the other dungeons. So once we get to War Master on her, that's going to be great. But The main reason I'm going on this tangent is because I genuinely thought getting Giant Slayer and, well, not quite, but a load of masteries for Cold Heart would help me push on in Dragon. However, I've tried, and I just cannot clear stage 19. And the reason for that is the waves. So with the waves of Dragon, they're very tanky, they do a lot of damage as well. And I don't really have much control in the team aside from Deacon. And the reason for that is because Ignatius all this time has been built for damage, right? He has got high levels of defense to keep him alive so he can solo stuff like Doom Tower bosses. And then I've relied on his irresistible HP burn um, as like a method of consistent damage when I'm up against like tanky opposition. However, what I am finding is with the waves on this high level content, they just get a bit tankier, and the nuke power that I currently have between Ignatius and Rhonda is just not enough to be able to get through them. And they're actually even killing Rector Drath because it's a spirit affinity that I'm like struggling with on Dragon. So what I think I will be doing, I've already run through the optimizer and looked at a few potential builds, and the main thing that's holding me back is not having an accuracy banner yet for Ignatius. So what I've done, I've run some builds, and I can actually get some pretty solid builds. We would end up dropping his defense and his HP by a little bit, but we would be getting capped crit rate, so it would be 100%, and we could up this to 150-ish accuracy. Now, bear in mind we don't have an accuracy banner, so once we do grab one from Spider, that's going to go straight on Ignatius, and that additional like 60 something accuracy should comfortably take us past 200 accuracy, which is more than enough for what you need in stage 20 dungeons. So, I think what I'm going to be doing before the next episode, before I make another video, is doing a big regear on all the champions because I do have a whole bunch of artifacts with accuracy and stuff sitting on them that I could optimize. I've also got a whole bunch of gear just from logging in, and obviously from farming Dragon as much as I did to get, well, and Spider as well actually. Um, Farming all of those things, I have just a whole bunch of new gear on the account, and I could do with an update. Um, and also, the other reason I want to do it is since getting the masteries and 6-starring Rhonda, she is actually doing more damage than what Ignatius is doing. And Ignatius is supposed to be like my main champ with all the books, right? But Rhonda is just kind of blowing his damage out the water. So I'm going to turn or sort of transition Ignatius into the control champion for the team, right? We have a little bit of control with Deacon and the turn meter. We have a way to keep our team alive with Rector, and Deacon also helps us do more damage with the decreased defense. The next 6-star is going to be Reliquary Tender, and she's going to be another way to keep us alive. If I want like just a long but consistent run, we've got Cold Heart, who's going to be our boss killer, and we've got Rhonda, who is like our main nuker, who's going to help us nuke the waves. But until Reliquary Tender is 6-star, obviously I don't have that long and slow strategy. So we're going to turn Ignatius into our control champion. We already got the debuff and buff chance on his A2, which means that we're going to have a 75% chance. And if I decide to rework him and go down the support tree, obviously not only will it be easier to hit the accuracy that I need, but it means that we can also go ahead and grab Sniper, which will give us an extra 5% chance of placing it. So it means that we would have an 80% chance of placing this provoke, which is honestly pretty good. And then we also have a stun, which currently has a 25%, 30% with sniper if I choose to go for it. And just adding that little bit of CC, I think, will mean that I can actually get through these waves. And then I can also rebuild Rhonda to give us more damage, right? Because at the moment she's not hitting crazy hard, considering she is level 60 with full masteries, well, almost full masteries. And yeah, I think just reworking them two mainly will go a long way. And then at the same time, what I'm going to do is rebuild Rector Drath and give her a bunch of accuracy. I need to have a look and see how much accuracy it actually is required for Nightmare Clan Boss. But I am, I think, 3-keying Brutal now with this new damage. Maybe like just about a 4-key. But I'm very close to 3-keying, and I think once I do the rebuild, it will be a little higher damage. But with Rector Drath, I know I can do more damage in Clan Boss if I can just get her accuracy up to make sure that we have as much chance as possible as placing this decrease attack, because she's the only convincing decrease attack champion who will also, I guess, provide heals during Clan Boss, as well as the perfect Veil, which reduces damage. Um, if I can combine the decrease attack with the Veils I'm already using, we're just going to be able to go for a little bit longer. And we have, at the moment, we're just not placing this decrease attack at all. Maybe like 1 in 10 turns we'll get a lucky decrease attack out from her, but it's just not consistent enough at the moment. So I'm going to rebuild her. Hopefully I can keep her in regen gear. And I guess the sad Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. But again, the sad thing, similarly to Ignatius, is that we do not have an accuracy banner in Knight's Revenant. So I'm going to have to go back to do some Spider, and obviously we have a whole bunch of new amulets to play around with. This one is defense main stat with accuracy, and obviously it did double roll crit damage, which is a bit sad, and we didn't get any other accuracy drops, which again is quite sad. But we're gonna, I guess, just optimize the build and try and get enough accuracy to be able to land that in Clan Boss. So they're the three main champions I definitely will be rebuilding. I'm also going to run Deacon through the optimizer again, just to see if we can get him faster. The accuracy is honestly a bit overkill, so I might see if I can trade the accuracy for some speed somewhere. But yeah, I'll have to play around with it. And then obviously once we get Reliquary Tender to 6-star, she's going to be rebuilt to make her just as tanky and as fast as possible. And Cold Heart's build at the moment is doing the job when she can get to the bosses. She is just obviously very squishy. So if we can try and up her HP whilst maintaining this sort of crit rate and accuracy, I will be happy. But yeah, that's kind of the general plan right now. In terms of what's happening on the rest of the account, and well, especially with the shards, we are now stockpiling shards. It's been about a week or so since we've pulled any, and we have a ×2 ancient shard event coming up over the weekend coming. So these are going to be pulled, and hopefully we can get an ally protect or a clan boss champion. That's sort of like a poison champion for clan boss. And then we're going to start holding on to the voids, because if we can get enough voids between now and probably around next month, we might be in a position where we can actually go for the fusion. Because to be honest, the only thing I'm worried about is being able to get through the champ chase and the summon rush tournaments, because I am burning through green shards at farming food at the moment. And yeah, I just don't have enough to pull them to make up for what I'm lacking with the other shards. So we're going to do a bit of an Erebad and start stockpiling our resources. In terms of arena, I've been trying to do my best with it, but it is so hard to get enough medals to be able to level these up. We did manage to finish in gold again last reset, so we've done that one, or this challenge, stay in gold for 2 ranking periods. So that's nice. We did get, I think, the Void Shard from that. I'm not 100% sure though. And then it's just this one that's going to take forever. That one's going to take forever until we can, I guess, rebuild our champions and have some kind of consistent clan boss setup. We are dodging this artifact enhancement event just because I do not have the the silver to be able to rank up my artifacts up. We might try and just get these 10 gems just because it's fairly free. And how many points we got? We only need like another 176 points, so that can be doable just by taking a few artifacts up to level 8, which will probably be done during the rebuild. This is what I'm tempted to do. We don't have long left of this dragon tournament. However, you can get a decent chunk of gems and some anniversary points. And I feel like grabbing these whenever possible is just worth doing. It would also be nice to grab these gold things, but I feel like the epic book is just going to be a bit out of the question, considering we can't hit stage 20 dragon yet. We're going to be, I guess, just pushing Minotaur until we can get Cold Heart to 60 with War Master. We're not too far away from War Master, and we won't be too far away from 60 once we do get it, so it should sync up nicely. Then once I do that, I think my energy is either going to go into Dragon for the Dungeon Divers like synergy, or it will go back into Champ Training, and we can maybe pick up a whole bunch of stuff here. But to be honest, the rewards in the Dragon just look a little bit more tempting to me. But then I guess we just have longer to try and get these better rewards. Like another Ancient Shard coming up to this weekend would be pretty nice to grab. And to actually, you know what? I'm seeing double anniversary points here, a little bit of silver, some affinity potions, which honestly I love seeing because it means I don't have to waste energy going back into the spirit keeps. And the epic skill tome again would be huge too. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be the plan. Just try and get Reliquary Tender up to 6-star, get our 6th 6-star underway, and then I can start, poking my toe into these other nice looking champions that I have. If we're still lacking control, then I can maybe go for Rockbreaker or Nari. If I want more of a boss killer, we can maybe look at Ruella. Fenchie is probably in the bin now, to be honest. Thetnazzle is still doing a solid job at level 40, 4-star, whenever I require him. Armager as well. Maybe he'll get a little cheeky rebuild, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. We are, I think, 20 fragments of Drexthar in. Where is he? Is he chilling at the top? Apparently not. You would think this would just be at the top. Like, why is there this whole list? There we go. About 50 champions down, we managed to find Drex. But yeah, with 20 fragments in for him, again, the 3v3 grind is very long. It's tedious. You don't get many gold bars at the low end. So we are trying to work towards this as much as we can, but we're currently sitting at 20 fragments, which isn't too bad, honestly. It's not too bad. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the video there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. Take care, and enjoy Pancake Day. Eat lots of pancakes. I don't know if they do that in other parts of the world, but it's Pancake Day in the UK, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Take care and peace.